Dante remained in his cell all day, not daring to return to his friend, thinking thus to defer the moment when he should be convinced, once and for all, that the abbé was mad. Such a conviction would be so terrible. But, towards the evening, after the hour for the customary visit had gone by, Faria, not seeing the young man appear, tried to move and get over the distance which separated them. Edmond shuddered when he heard the painful efforts which the old man made to drag himself along. His leg was inert, and he could no longer make use of one arm. Edmond was obliged to assist him, for otherwise he would not have been able to enter by the small aperture which led to Dante's chamber. "Here I am, pursuing you remorselessly," he said with a benignant smile. "You thought to escape my munificence, but it is in vain. Listen to me." Edmond saw there was no escape, and placing the old man on his bed, he seated himself on the stool beside him. "You know," said the abbé, "that I was the secretary and inmate of a friend, Cardinal Spada, the last of the princes of that name. I owe to this worthy lord all the happiness I ever knew. He was not rich, although the wealth of his family had passed into a proverb, and I heard the phrase very often, as rich as a Spada. But he, like public rumor, lived on his reputation for wealth. His palace was my paradise. I was tutor to his nephews, who are dead, and when he was alone in the world, I tried by absolute devotion to his will to make up to him all he had done for me during the 10 years of unremitting kindness. The cardinal's house had no secrets for me. I had often seen my noble patron annotating ancient volumes and eagerly searching among dusty family manuscripts. One day, when I was reproaching him for his unavailing searches and deploring the protestation of mind that followed them, he looked at me and, smiling bitterly, opened a volume relating to the history of the city of Rome. There, in the 20th chapter of the Life of Pope of Alexander VI, were the following lines which I can never forget. How's that for a cliffhanger for an episode? You're not the only one who has tricks up your sleeves, Dumas. I, here on the Countdown of Monte Cristo, can pause mid-sentence. We are about to go into a lengthy history, a story within a story. We don't know exactly to what extent, but this is exciting. We are going to. When was the last time we stepped away from the danky dungeon that we've been inhabiting with Faria and Dante for so long now? I feel like it's maybe been a chapter and a half in the book, but chapter 17 was so long that it feels like it's been months on this show since we've seen the light of day. So I, for one, welcome whatever the story this is going to be that Faria is going to tell us. So here's another repeating motif I think that we can safely say is part of this story now, that Dumas loves to weave into his stories. Both this, the Three Musketeers, I'm sure many others that are less popular and maybe not talked about as much. He loves secret papers. He loves these little, like, secret documents that bounce around. Now, we have one here, but there's other examples of that in the story. Let's talk about the letter that was signed to Nortier, the package that was meant for Murat and Napoleon on the island of Elba. Like, all of these little secret documents going around as the kind of, not engine for the story, but like gasoline to move things forward. And that book I had mentioned, the Club Dumas, the one that The Ninth Gate is based on, the Johnny Depp, Roman Polanski movie, also about a hidden chapter of the Three Musketeers manuscript. So, like, that idea of the kind of secret messages permeates just the idea of Dumas himself. Well, I am sitting literally on the edge of my seat and my tailbone's starting to hurt. So I want to know what this story is going to be that Faria is going to tell about this treasure, how it came to be, I'm assuming, and what it means. Okay, well, we'll pause just for half a second, just to acknowledge that we didn't in the last episode. He did say the treasure is enough to make a dozen families wealthy. I mean, that's a lot of moolah. And it makes me wonder, what the hell was Faria going to do with all of that? Is this manuscript he has about unifying Italy, like, was he going to buy Italy from all the monarchies? And, like, that's how he was going to do it, just, like, straight up bribing and buying people off. Like, okay, here's my wealth. I own Italy now. It is unified under me. I don't know. We don't get to actually read the document that he was writing, the manifesto about unifying Italy. We just know it exists. Maybe it was just 40 volumes of him just saying, I will buy Italy. I will buy Italy. I will buy Italy over and over and over again. But we're going to learn something new here in just a minute, i.e. tomorrow, here on the Countdown of Monte Cristo. Join me here then, won't you? I hope you will. Goodbye. The Countdown of Monte Cristo is part of the Gruntwork Podcast Network. This show is produced, edited, and hosted by Landon Solano. The original text of The Count of Monte Cristo by Alexandre Dumas. Theme song by Magic Solo. If you want to support the show and others like it, visit patreon.com/gruntworkpod. Thank you for listening. See you tomorrow.